Okay, so welcome to Pilates. Lovely. Alrighty, so for this workout, you'll just need your mat, as usual. Some water might be nice, might be helpful. Just saying. Stay hydrated, folks. Also, since it's been super hot both here in Wisconsin and in New York, I would just like to remind people, like, drinking water is great and definitely needed, but also don't forget about watery fruits and vegetables. One easy way to up your hydration would be to get in a good amount of watermelon or, other kinds of melons, berries, cucumbers, like lots of those different kinds of more watery fruits and vegetables have a very high water content, and it's a little bit easier to absorb as well. If you're in the heat and you're super thirsty, you're more likely to chug water, which, as we know, if you chug water, you're not going to absorb as much of it, even though it's good to drink your water, as I'm doing right now. In my fun little bubba. My mom was so, over me constantly stealing hers that she bought me my own. It's watermelons. Colors. I love it. All right. So, I'm super excited about that, guys, if you can't tell already. All right, so let's get started with this nice little warm-up that we got going on here today. So you're going to start with your hands right underneath those shoulders and knees right underneath those hips. And you're going to, and you can be nice and wide in your knees here, and then just scoot your knees back just a little bit so they're slightly behind your hips. And then you're going to inhale, sit back into that child's pose, really stretch. And then you're going to exhale and roll all the way up through your spine. Let your pelvis drop, push your chest through your arms into basically an up dog. Inhale, tuck that chin, roll through the spine all the way back into child's pose. And exhale, round through the spine like you're going in through cat into up dog. So it's a lot of spine movement here. Inhale, tuck that chin round all the way. Find that extension in child's pose. Maybe you lean side to side, get some flexion in those hips. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck that pelvis. Roll through that spine all the way. Drop those hips. Lift that chest. And inhale, tuck that chin. Push into the spine. Round, 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 all the way back. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale here. Exhale, round through that spine. Sit those hips forward. Chest up. And inhale back. Rounding through that spine. Sitting into those hips. And exhale, rounding into the spine. Pushing those hips forward. And then rounding through that spine. All the way back into that downward facing dog. Come up to all fours. Bring your knees in a bit. So now they're under your hips. Tuck those toes under and push those hips back into your downward facing dog. Walk those heels out. Inhale here, exhale. Same idea, only now we're going into our plank. So I inhale here and I exhale and I push, rounding my spine, and then finding that extension. You might need to adjust your hands or your feet into that beautiful plank. Inhale, bend those knees, push those hips back, extend the spine into that downward facing dog. So the first variation, it was more flexion in the spine. Here we do get to go into that extension just a little bit more. So inhale here, exhale, round rounding into that plank. And inhale, push those knees, or bend those knees, push those hips back, extend the spine. And 2 more, round into that plank. Bend those knees, push those hips back. Exhale, round into that plank. Bend those knees, push those hips back. Round into that plank one more time, and then this time come down to your forearms. So if you're like me and you need a little cushion, you can adjust your mat, and then find that forearm plank. Inhale, bend those knees, push those hips back. And exhale, round forward, back into that plank. Inhale, bend those knees, push those hips back. This is really good shoulder opener. 2 more, bend those knees, push those hips back. And round into that plank. Bend those knees, push those hips back. And drop those knees, child's pose, straighten out your mat. Round up, come back onto our hands. So hands right underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Step one foot back, step the other foot back. Now widen your feet so there's a little bit of space in between. Inhale here, exhale, lift one hand to your rib, and then place it back down. Inhale here, exhale, other hand. Inhale down, exhale, alternate. Inhale down, exhale, lift, and inhale down, downward facing dog. So that's level 1. You can stay there or try level 2. So back into that plank. Inhale here, exhale, lift that hand. Now shift your hips and ribs to your side plank. Shift them back, put your hand down. Other side. Exhale, lift. Inhale, shift. Exhale, shift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, shift. Exhale, shift. Inhale, down. Slow and controlled. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shift. Inhale, shift. And exhale, down. One more each side. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, shift. Exhale, shift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, shift. Exhale, shift. Inhale, down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Woofda. Tricky, guys. Tricky. Drop those knees. Grab some water if you need it. So we're going to come onto our sides. And again, I don't know why, maybe it's because I'm on the deck, but my elbows have been super pointy. I'm sure my elbows didn't actually change, but it's bothering me for some reason. So I need a little cushion, so don't be afraid to roll that mat. So in this position, I want my shoulder right over my elbow. So that's my first cue, so to speak, my first checklist, right? And my hips are in line with my elbow. My knee comes to bend 90 degrees in front of me, right? So my foot is in line with my knee, which is in line with my hand. My hip is in line with my elbow. So I'm going to stack my other leg on top, and I'm going to flex my feet. And this top hand, if you need extra support into the floor, go for it, but try not to let that round you forward, right? I want to stay lifted. For me, it helps me to either place my hand on my hip or even reach it up, because then I can reach for something and that helps me lift out of my standing side shoulder. So whichever you got to do that. Here, we're going to keep the leg moving as one unit, as opposed to clamshells where we keep our feet together. We're going to lift our feet as well. So we lift open and down. Lift and down. It's not a very big lift. Feeling that glute medius a little bit into the max, but I'm also feeling my core lifted. And down, I'm a little over. Lift and down. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now extend that leg out and slightly behind you. So in this position, I'm forcing my hips to stay stacked. I'm not allowing that top hip to open up, keeping them stacked, a little inner thigh, a little core, and then my glute and hamstring on this lifted leg is keeping that leg lifted slightly behind me. So again, here, now I'm going to place my hand behind my head. Inhale here, exhale, pull that knee in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. And inhale, reach. 4 more. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Extend it back out. Keep that foot flexed. Check in with the shoulder. I even had to do it just now too. Did I sink a little bit? Or can I stay lifted with those obliques? Then we tap and lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up, point those toes, little circles back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to the front. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it in. Ooh, yummy. So, the tap helps, guys. Tap it out. Just tap it out. Helps. I swear. Technical. That is my expert opinion on the matter. Okay, so here we go. Second side. Ooh, even just like sitting on it. The second side, I'm like, woo. Okay, so shoulder over that elbow. Hip in line with my elbow. Foot, knee, hand. Check. So lifting up tall. I'm going to reach my hand up, but whatever position feels best for you, the whole leg lifts in one motion. Lift and down. 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift it up, extend it, and slightly behind you. Just slightly, like slightly, a smidge behind you. Inhale here, point those toes, bring that knee in, and inhale back. Exhale, reach in. Oh, hand behind your head. And inhale back. I was like, why does this feel different? Inhale in, and inhale back. Exhale in, inhale back. 4 more. 4, really use that glute to push something away. 3, push it away. And then that core pulls that knee in. 2, push it away. I'm always bad at keeping my foot pointed and flexed when it's supposed to be pointed and flexed. And push it away. Keep it flexed here. And then we reach down, lift, in that glute. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point those toes, little circles back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the front. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spicy. Spicy, spicy, spicy. Okay. Extend your mat. All right. Lovely. So, come down to your stomachs. Make sure you got plenty of room in front and behind. Open your legs to the edge of your mat. Bring your hands back so your elbows are at 90 degrees. So for most people, hands go by your ribs. Tuck that chin, tuck that pelvis. Inhale here and exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades to lift your upper body off the mat. I'm not really pushing into the mat. I'm using this squeeze. And then lower down. Inhale here and exhale, lift. And inhale down and exhale, lift. It's not a very big motion, so don't worry about that. And one of the good things about these virtual classes is you can't see anybody except for me. So there's less people for you to compare yourself with. Inhale here, exhale, lift. This time, keep that core engaged as you push into your hands to find that upward facing dog one more time and stretch it out. And roll on down. Now, hands in one fingertip on top of the other. Place your forehead down on the mat. Inhale here and exhale, lift that upper body. And inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. And exhale, lift. All the way down. Retuck that pelvis, reconnect to that core in case you lost it a little bit. You're going to stay down so you can put your head back on your mat. I'm going to keep my face up so that you can hear me better. Point those toes. Lift those knees off the mat. So already my hamstrings are on to lift my knees off the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, lift those legs. And inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Everything goes up and down together. So we inhale here, exhale, lift everything up, and inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift, and inhale down. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. If you need to put your arms down, put them down, but otherwise you're still in this hold, and you're going to bring your legs in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here. Reach those arms out, pull them in. Reach them out, pull them in. Don't forget about those glutes and hamstrings or that core. Nothing in that low back. If you're starting to feel your low back, put your legs down or take a break. 2, 8 pulling pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Woo! Hands underneath those shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, lift all the way up. Push back into that downward facing dog. Give your spine some flexion. Round up. That Superman position is super hard. Superman is super hard. And it's really hard to, or it's really easy, I should say, to overuse your low back muscles to compensate for a lack of access to your hamstrings and your glutes and your upper back muscles. So I encourage you to, especially if you're feeling your low back, is to just not go up so high and really feel the activation in those parts of the body, right? That core, hamstrings, glutes, a little bit of the upper body, until you can do all of it without feeling your low back. Don't go beyond that point. And then once you can do that, then you can go a little higher. Then you can go a little higher. Then you can go a little higher. It's just like building strength with weights. You're not going to be able to lift 200 pounds just right out of the bat. You got to start with 50 pounds maybe, and then the next time it's 55, and then 65, and then, so it builds and builds and builds and builds. Okay, so hands underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Step one foot back, step the other foot back. Bend those knees, sit that hip high, and walk your hands back to your feet. Hanging over, drop your head. We're not rounding all the way up. We're going to stay in this ragdoll here, but my weight is on my feet. And then I'm going to walk back out into that plank. Bend those knees, sit those hips back, walk those hands back to those feet. Hang over, get a nice little stretch. Walk those hands out. This time we're going to add on. You can drop your knees if you need to. We got one push-up. And then walk it back. Hang over those feet. Walk it out. 2 push-ups. Inhale down, exhale lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. Walk it back. We got 4 push-ups. Walk it out. 3 push-ups. I know how to count, I think. 3. Inhale down, exhale lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. You can always put your knees down. That's an option. Walk it back. Hang over those legs. Now we have 4 push-ups because Kim can count. Here we go. Inhale down, exhale lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. Last one, inhale down, exhale lift, drop those knees. Fun stuff. Take a second to stretch out those wrists if you need to. But we're not done, we're not done, we're not done. So, hands underneath those shoulders. Stretch your right leg out, point those toes. Keep the tension in the hamstrings and glutes, and you're going to push yourself forward. Elbows go back, and lift back up. 2, exhale, lift. Inhale, 3, exhale, lift. Inhale, 4, exhale, lift. 4 more. 5, and 6, and 7, 8, hold, pulse that leg up, 8, 7, 6, 5, triceps, 4, 3, 2, 1, push back, take a second in child's pose. Whew. Triceps, man, triceps. Hands underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Step one foot back, step the other foot back, bend those knees, sit those hips back, walk your hands to your feet, hang over ragdoll. Walk it out into that plank, 4 push-ups. Inhale down, exhale lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. Walk it back. Hang over those legs. Don't be afraid to bend your knees as much as you need to when you're walking back so you can find your feet. Walk it out. 3 push-ups. Inhale down, exhale lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. And inhale down, exhale lift. Walk it back. Bend those knees. Hang over. Woo, we feeling them arms. Walk it out. 2 push-ups. Inhale down, exhale lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. Walk it back. Walk it out. 1 push-up. Inhale down, exhale lift. Drop those knees. It's hot out here today, guys. Tis. Okay. So, hands underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Extend the other leg back now. Here we go. Forward and lift. 2 and lift. 3 and lift. 4, lift. 5 and 6 and 7. Tricep time. Hold 8. Pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My knee was slipping. I was like, no, no. All right. Find yourself a comfortable, somewhat comfortable, seated position. Whew. So I like butterfly, but if you want to go crisscross applesauce, or if neither of those work and you want to extend your feet out a little bit, totally fine. Wherever you're at, you're going to sit up nice and tall. I actually think this is good for me. So we're going to work those shoulders and arms a little bit more, because why not? So we're going to bring those arms up, open, overhead, center. Open, overhead, center. 3, center. 4, center. 5, center. 6, center. 7, center. 8, hold here. Little circles forward. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, to the back. Back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, stay. Palms are facing forward. They're going to turn to the back. Turn to the sky. Turn to the back and turn to the sky. Turn to the back. Turn to the sky. Turn to the back. Turn to the sky. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Turn them to the sky. Bring those elbows in and out. In, out. In, out. In, out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, they come forward, parallel to the floor. Come in, out. In, out. This would be a perfect series if you had like 2-pound weights. You could use them here. In, out, in. Here, hands flip all the way to the sky, to the back, flip back up to the sky, but they rotate in the center. So we flip and flip. You might need to push forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Stay to the back, pulse them up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse them in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Roll them forward. Up, back, and forward. Back, up, and forward. Whatever. Just roll your shoulders out, folks. Okay, good. Woo! So you should feel your shoulders, those deltoids, a little bit into the biceps and triceps. So we're scooting to face this way. Hands behind your hips, feet flat, chest lifted, elbows locked out. And I'm going to inhale here, exhale, lift my hips all the way up, sit my hips down evenly. Then I'm going to use my core to lift my legs and release my hands. Put my hands down, put my feet down, lift all the way up. Now, if you can do this next lift at the same time, hands and feet release at the same time, that would be cool. But if not, don't worry about it. You're still cool. If you need your hands to lift those legs, go for it. Last one at this level. Now, 4 more of this. Stay at this level or extend your arms all the way up overhead, extend your legs all the way out, and then bring them back. Lift your hips. 3, 2. Also, your hands can stay down the whole time. Your feet can stay down the whole time. Wherever you're at, you already checked off the box of getting here. That is literally the hardest part. Some days it feels easier than others. I think we have 1 more. But honestly, you know, I used to say back pre-COVID era, lift up 1 more time, and then we're going to bend those elbows. Bend and lift. Bend, lift. Lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit those hips down. Stretch it up and over. I used to say, pre-COVID times, like, just getting to the gym was the hardest part, right? Especially getting yourself to go consistently. Sit up nice and tall. So now it's maybe more challenging, maybe less challenging, depending on your reasonings for it being hard to go to the gym. But you're already here, so you already won. Just do whatever else you can do. That's like icing, and I don't really like cherries, but I'll do strawberries, right? Icing and strawberries and whipped cream all on top. That's all this is. So inhale here, exhale, curl that pelvis, tuck that pelvis, roll down one vertebra at a time. Whew. So keep those legs stretched out, just kind of relax them, right? They don't have to be pointed, just relax them, let them fall wherever they will. Hands behind your head, inhale here, and exhale, lift. Inhale down, and exhale, lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift. 4 more like this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Bring those arms forward. Now here we're going to do those hundreds, but without our legs. So we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Get as tall up as you can. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. We're almost there. 3, 4, 5, and exhale 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. In 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. Fun, right? So that was mainly feeling the upper core. Your core is 360 all the way from your pelvic floor to your shoulder blades. So like that isn't really a thing, but sometimes it's easier to think about it truncated like that. So that was mainly getting the upper core. So now we're going to add the legs. So plant those feet, push, tighten that seatbelt, however that is for you. Bring one knee up into tabletop, have the other knee join it, hands behind those heads. Inhale here and exhale, lift. Inhale down and exhale, lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Inhale down and exhale, lift. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you didn't guess what was happening, now you know. Stay here. We've got another set of hundreds. So now we're all the way in it. Let's go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3. If you can, extend your legs. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 5, and inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend one leg. 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. Bring it up. 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend the other. 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can, extend to both. 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. An extra one. 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug those knees into your chest. Woo. Technically, that was 110, but it felt good. So, you know, why not? Lovely. Okay, so just in case any of that crept up into where it wasn't supposed to go, we're going to do some bridges to just reset. So find those feet hip distance apart. So they're not all the way together, but they're not super wide either. Hip distance apart. Tighten that seatbelt, pull those ribs down. Inhale here, exhale, lift. Inhale down, and exhale, lift. Inhale down and exhale, lift. Inhale down and exhale, lift. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2. I feel bad. And 1. Hold those hips up. You know, you're outside, Kim. Duh. And pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down nice and slowly. Hug one knee into your chest. Stretch the other leg out long. And breathe. Really hug. Try to relax your legs and use your arms, because we didn't use them enough in this workout apparently. Use your arms to hug those knees in. And then grab behind the calf or the thigh and stretch that leg up. Flex that foot and point those toes. 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 Bend that knee and take it with the opposite hand and pull it across your body. Gently, 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 and reach to the opposite direction. Pull yourself back up and switch those legs. Hug the other knee into your chest. Stretch that other leg out long. Grab behind the calf or the thigh and stretch that leg up. Flex that foot and point those toes. And flex and point. And flex and point. And flex and point. Grab that knee with the opposite hand. Cross it over the body. Gently, 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 gently. And reach to the opposite way. Ooh, feels like a good stretch in that pec. After all those push-ups. Whoa. And gently come back. Don't spill your water. Stretch both legs out nice and long. Reach those arms up to the ceiling. Inhale here. And exhale, roll all the way up. Lift up and over. And fold forward. Roll it up to sitting. Butterfly those feet, so bottoms of your feet together, knees open wide. Pull yourself to sit up nice and tall. Inhale here, exhale, tuck that pelvis round through that spine. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, tuck and round. And inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, tuck and round. Last time, sit up tall and pull yourself forward. Last little stretch for those hips. And sit up nice and tall. And you're done, my folks. Thank you so much for coming. and I hope to see you again soon. Awesome.